On with news just coming in from pole-bound state of Karnataka, the state cabinet has decided to move Lingayats and Vokkaligas from category 3 to category 2, and as per the interim report of the state backward classes, the state government has created two more categories called 2C and 2D in addition to 2A and 2B. The quota will be balanced from the reservation allocation of the economically weaker sections, and with this decision of the state cabinet, there will be no categories called 3A and 3B in future. Let's go across to Ritu for more. Yes, Ritu. So the government is saying that they are going to try and figure out a way to balance this out from the EWS so that the Panchamasali Lingayats, largely who have been making the demand for reservation, are somehow appeased or managed.
Well, exactly. You see, this was a long time, a debate and a fight as well from both the Lingayat community as well as from the Vokkaligas community, where you see after a constant cabinet ministers and the delegations from both the communities meeting CM Basavaraj Bommai today, the state government in Belagavi, where the winter session was on, and today happens to be the last day of the winter session. So end of the winter session, you see the Madhuswamy, in fact, the law minister of the Karnataka came out and said that in the cabinet that was taken up, the decisions have been made and there has been a solution that has been found as well. Now, what are the crucial things that the state government has decided here is that there won't be any more category called as 3A and 3B, but now in addition to that, you see there is two additional categories that are being created, as in 2C and 2D, wherein the Panchamasali Lingayat community, which was under 3B, where they were getting a 5% of the reservation, and their demand was to move to 2A to get the 15% of the reservation. But now they will be moved to 2D category of reservation quota, and the Vokkaligas community for all this while, which was getting the 4% of the reservation and was demanding for 12% of reservation, will be moved to 2C category. But yes, the state government is yet to give the kind of a clarity of how many percent of the reservation in fact will be given to them. But yes,
right.
The law minister had made it clear that both the communities will be able to get all the benefits for education and for the business purpose, and apart from that there won't be much reservation for the other in the other sectors that they want to claim it. So that is the kind of word clearly been put out by the law minister. But yes, we have seen
it all sounds a little confusing at the moment, so everybody wants to get some clarity. Our research team has just put this out. I quickly want to read this out. The OBC reservation in Karnataka is divided into 5 categories. Category 1 is 4%, 2A is 15%, 2B is 4%, 3A is 4%, and 3B is 5%. Now, apart from this, there's also a 15% reservation for scheduled castes and 3% for scheduled tribes. That's how it makes the 50%. So, at this point, OBC reservations are present in 3B category, that is the Lingayat subsects, all of them. So, apart from the Panchamasali and the Veerashaiva Lingayats, there are 23 Lingayat subcastes who can be found in 3B. They all now find themselves moved to 2C or 2D. Now, the 2A category presently is made out of 102 occupational subcastes. So, if they were to be moved into 2A, that would further divide the reservation over the castes, these subcastes. Largely, the political discourse has been dominated by the Vokkaligas and the Lingayats in Karnataka, and most of the other OBCs and the subcastes, smaller castes, have not found that kind of voice that they would actually claim. Now, what this would do going forward, we'll have to wait and watch. Meanwhile, listen into the reactions. K. Sudhakar has spoken, and we also caught up with DK Shivkumar of the Congress. Listen.
This is going to be a historical decision. This is a revolutionary decision, and this is going to be, appreciated by one and all of this Karnataka state. It is very much legally possible, legally tenable, and socially it was very much required. Of course, it is feasible. This is done in accordance with the report of the backward commission.
How would you respond to this move by the Karnataka government to accord reservation to Lingayat community, where they're trying to create a separate clause as 2C and 2D?
See, it is not very clear. They're just trying to give us a carrot at the time of the election. We know, as per the Supreme Court judgment, there are a lot of issues and confusion. All communities have been demanding for as per their population. So what they are trying to break out, let the government come out with the clarity, then we are going to react. As we are
Because
a
what they have
political-
said is that they're going to move some of the castes, like the Lingayats and the Vokkaligas, and there won't be any 3A and 3B categories. They'll be
That
moved
is what.
to
That is what.
2C
Let
and
us
2D
see.
categories.
We don't want any community to be affected out of it. What the demand is, as per the population, all communities are been demanding. We don't want to disturb any of the existing reservation, whatever they have. At the same time, there is no clarity in it. That is why we are just seeking for clarification. Then we are going to react on it.
But if there is a provision for Lingayats to get a quota or reservation, would you welcome it or would you challenge?
See, I'm telling you, I don't want to react immediately. Let me have a clarity in it. See, I'm a political head. Though I belong to a different one community,
Vokkaliga, yeah.
a Vokkaliga community, I don't want. It is not only me. My party stand should be very clear that justice should be given to everyone. That is our utmost importance.